My name is Aisha. Welcome to One Elder Speaks. Defense Against the Dark Arts, lesson number 0, back to the beginning. So I've given you lessons 1 through 21, and this is sort of a compilation of what I've learned over 40 plus years. I hope that you can get something out of it that will help you on your journey. I want us all to reach a certain stage of sovereignty and elevation in who we are and how we express ourselves in this world, so that we can bring ourselves to an elevated state of being. One thing I wanted to let you guys know is that if I never questioned that I have sovereignty over my mind. I never questioned that I have sovereignty over my world and over my perceptions and stuff. I accepted that I was responsible and that I had to clean it up. That's the only reason I got from point A to point B, from point A to point Z. The only reason I made any progress whatsoever is because I made it happen. I found tools, I worked them. What worked, I did more. What didn't work, I shelved until I understood it a little bit better. And then some things I threw away completely, thinking, not for me, not for me. I think that holding responsibility and having sovereignty over our lives is imperative, and I highly recommend it. That you take the reins and you decide the life that you're going to live, and then you live that life and you vibrate to that frequency. And that's just my thoughts on it. The second thing I wanted to talk to you about was earlier, before the Defense Against the Dark Arts stuff, earlier videos, I talked about the Jezebel energy. And I think that I've unpacked it all now. For me, I was trying to, my father was not in my life as far as I can remember. I would fall in love with guys that were totally unavailable. Like, usually married, but totally unavailable, to me. And then somehow I was going to win them over, and the world would just turn, and then everything would go just hunky-dory, and everything would be right, and that would validate my worthiness. And the truth is nobody else can validate your worthiness for you. You have to validate it for yourself. And it wasn't just, relationships, like romantic relationships, like also friends. I'm looking for validation. Do you like me? Do you like me? Do you like me? Am I likable? My family and me have a severe codependence issue going on in our lives. And I think that was mainly for, I don't know. It was certainly for me, certainly for my mother, and I think in other people as well in my family. And that was just something that we were going to have to work through. I feel like I've gotten there now, that I'm feeling much more comfortable about myself, and I look less outside of myself for validation for anybody to tell me, if I'm doing it right, or if I'm okay, or if I'm lovable. But it is an addiction, so it's still there. So that would be, as an addiction, you have to be always aware that that might be a part of your life. Until you fix, until I'm not sure when. When do you stop saying I'm an alcoholic or whatever? That's an addiction. So you have to always be aware that this is a possibility for you, and if you see yourself acting in those ways or freaking out because you're not getting outside validation, then it's like, it's time to address this. I got to go have a talk with myself. I'm going to have to turn my therapist self on to talk to my codependent self so that we can hash this out and kind of come to some sort of, good place. My next thing is going to be, I did quit cigarettes. I don't smoke weed no more. I never did have an alcohol thing. Thank you, Jesus. No gambling, really. It tears me up to lose $20. So no, I didn't have that. But I have a severe food addiction. So it's it hopefully is going to get easier now that food is just toxic as hell and just gross. You know, that's probably going to help me the most, really. uh, and to get into some sort of healthy body, you know, get my health in order. If I have anything more that I hit up on and that I think you guys will need to know, or I'm going to come back here and I'm going to talk to you guys about it. And I may have some other stuff that I do later on too. So, you know, I may not be gone forever. I do want to, I did kind of start a website. It's not completed yet, but once it gets up, it'll be oneelderspeaks.com. And I am going to offer tarot readings or just conversation, you know, time slots, so that we can, you know, so that, I don't know, I can, you know, help you with whatever I've learned. I guess that's about it, but hey, I appreciate y'all being here. I'm really glad that you're on the journey with me, and I'm really glad that we're going to flip this existence on its head, because that's what's been needed. And I'm ready for a better, brighter, more beautiful experience. Love and life.